Hi, and thanks for joining me for another episode of Arts for the Masses. Yes, the arts are alive in Massachusetts, and I've been delighted to deliver you wonderful arts programming for a few years now. Arts for the Masses is now on Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere you find podcasts. So if you're on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, find us there, like, subscribe, and if you like this program, please share it with your friends and neighbors because we have a terrific theater company coming on the show today. We have Square One Players. They're based out of Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. We have Tara Alano and we have Joanne Smith, and they're going to tell me about this fabulous female-led company. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you so much for having us. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. And
Appreciate
it was just occurring to me that you have been on the show before. I was looking through the files and I said, oh my goodness, 2 years ago you were here doing promoting an upcoming production, well, a past production of Nonsense. And I'm guessing was it a hit?
Fabulous. Yeah, it was fabulous. Yeah, I love it. Nonsense is a great show. It is a great show. It's so much fun. And we had a great cast. We absolutely did. Yeah, we've been very lucky with our past shows. It has some wonderful, wonderful actors and actresses. Yep.
Tell me about this company and what drove you to create it in the first place. I know that it's women run, so tell me about all of it.
Okay, well, I think it started with three of us. Joanne, myself, and another Tara, believe it or not, two Taras. And I think each of us had been part of a theater throughout our lives at some point or another. Unfortunately, the other Tara had to step back because she's gotten married, taken on her own new life with purchasing a home and getting situated in that. And we totally understand. Oh, absolutely. I've been there. We've done that. So it's been the two of us for a few productions now, just running the show, kind of towing the rope on our own, so to say. Yeah, but we were involved with another company, and when the pandemic hit, and of course everything stopped at that point, and we decided to go out on our own and create Square One. Yeah, and here we are, and here we sit.
Amazing. Tell me about the types of shows that you do and what audience you're striving to reach in Shrewsbury.
Well, we prefer the fun, lighthearted comedy. And, we have to sit through the rehearsals, so we want to learn 1,000 times.
You want to have fun. You want to enjoy it.
Yeah, and then laugh. We want to laugh. Not that we won't do something serious. Yeah, I did see Magnolias. Right. I did a couple of plays that have a little bit of a side to them that kind of get deep. Yeah. But I think for us, it's like we have to love what we're doing. I think to do something that doesn't resonate with us is hard. So I think and we want our audiences to, right. That's why we do this, because, we enjoy, not just watching the shows and watching the rehearsals, but watching other people enjoy it. Yeah. I mean, that's part of it is watching, it's like, okay, we spent, 3 months putting this show together and watching these actresses and actors do what they do. We want everybody else to come and watch what we've been watching and have just as good a time, if not better, right? Yeah, than we do. I think with going through the pandemic and having taken on this company ourselves, we learned that there's been so many deep and dreary things going on outside that we just want something that's light and that you can just go for a couple hours and enjoy yourself and laugh and be with friends and just have a good time, like just a good time. And I think that we strive for that. Yeah, we enjoy also the people that we get to meet. Yeah, the actors and the people behind the scenes, it's, we're on our crew, we're on our production team. We meet some really great people, and we've made some fantastic friendships. People that in my regular world where I'm employed and so forth, it's a totally different realm. So to me, it's wonderful. There's these artistic, expressive, talented people. They're just wonderful people to be around. It's really, really nice.
So what's the talent pool like in Shrewsbury? And are people coming from all over the place to participate in these productions?
Yeah. We've had people who will drive an hour. Yeah, we have one of our actresses in this play that's in from Belchertown, it's like an hour. And we need them. Yep. People will drive a while. If it's a show they really like and really want to be a part of, they will drive a while, which is amazing jobs. Yeah, we're thrilled because at the beginning of every show, when we have to go through those auditions, we're always like, oh God, please let people show up. And let people show up, we can fill our cast. And we're always pleasantly surprised with the abundance of people that do come out. So it's nice for us to realize that we're getting out there and that people speak so positively about our company and working with us, that we have that reputation that brings people in, which is nice. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're doing something right. Are there any specific things or elements of your productions and your team that you think are really inviting and are to be attributed to why people are coming back to see your shows and to participate in them?
Well, we hope that they come back to participate. We all need some me. Absolutely. So 90%. But we like to think that we treat our cast with respect and with being fun to be around. We prefer to leave the drama on the stage and not.
I hear that.
We're very lighthearted. I think especially as you start to get older and you make certain acquaintances and friendships and bonds, you realize that togetherness and being with the people that you like to be with is such an important part of your life. And I think that's why we continue to do this. And we love the personality. We love the people. We love people. We're people. I mean, you have to be to do this. You have to be people. And that's, I think, if you're all a team. I mean, if one person isn't pulling the weight and one person isn't helping or whatever, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah. So we all need to work together. So we want to help them. If there's something that they need or want, we will do whatever we can to help them to get, is it a prop? Is it a costume? If they have a suggestion, can I do this instead of that? I think we're very adaptable. We're not stringent. We allow our director to have their creative freedom. There are times that we have stuff in like that. But I think it's always a discussion. There's never a domineering effect from us. It's not that we want to be the stars of the show or the stars behind the show. We just want to work with good people who want to have a good production. And it's nice when you're able to allow those freedoms to people have the capacity to do it. And you just work together. It's like flawlessly. It's like work. It's just like being with friends all the time.
We appreciate our audience because we wouldn't be here without the audience.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. And they're recurring. Like, it's nice to know that they enjoy it so much they want to come back.
I do get, several phone calls, people go reserving tickets. And, we went to several of your shows and we just love them.
Like, that is so wonderful to hear. Because we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to put on another show unless you come to this one. Until the seats get filled. Yeah, exactly. As much as we love doing them, we don't have the bankroll to do it ourselves all the time. But it's nice to know that people are enjoying it. They're enjoying the choices we made for productions. They're enjoying the people we choose in those parts. It's done well, so they love the sets. It's encouraging in that respect, but it's also, we really appreciate the support.
What's the structure of your season? Are you doing multiple shows every year, or do you just gear up all year round and do one big production?
We typically do 2 shows. We do a play in the spring, so that's why we have Moon Over Buffalo coming up in March. This month. And then we do a musical in August. So we just do those 2 shows because where we are at Southgate, they actually do use their stage. Yeah, it's our facility, and we're so fortunate to have them let us use their space. So they're so very gracious to us. They're so very open and easy to deal with. And it's a lovely relationship we bonded with there. And then the residents there come to a show because we put one on for them prior to when we opened. So it's really nice. So we have that bond of that group of people, and it works really well. It works really well.
But 2 a year is actually enough.
That's enough. That's enough.
That's enough.
It's a lot, especially with a musical. A musical can be quite cumbersome. So after the musical, we kind of like a play, just a little bit less, of a production.
Well, let's switch gears right now and talk about the play that you have coming up. And in many ways, this play that you're doing is a heavy lift. It is of an action-packed play. And of course, I'm referring to Moon Over Buffalo by Ken Ludwig. And for those of you who are listening who don't know who Ken Ludwig is, he is one of the most popular playwrights that's out there right now, with a long history of creating really fantastic work with witty dialogue and slapstick slapstick comedy. You might know some of his shows that he did, that he wrote, like Lend Me a Tenor. He did the script for Crazy for You. Leading Ladies is another popular Ken Ludwig play. The Game's Afoot. His resume goes on and on and on, and there's a really good reason why these shows are done in community theater. The audiences love them, and actors have a blast performing in them. Moon Over Buffalo was produced first on Broadway in 1995, and it featured Carol Burnett at the time.
I know.
So this is a good script. It's a good script because, yeah, absolutely. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the show, let's tell the audience what Moon Over Buffalo is all about.
Well, it's about George and Charlotte. George and Charlotte A. Two actors that they're married, and they are on a small company in Buffalo. A small repertory theater company that are putting on Cyrano de Bergerac and Private Lives. And of course, they both yearn for something more. They would love to be big stars of the screen. And it takes place in 1953 in Buffalo. So they are in Buffalo putting on those two shows. And they learn that Frank Capra will be coming to see their show and hopefully put them in the new movie, The Scarlet Pimpernel. And so in the course of that, a whole bunch of something ensues. So between Charlotte's mother being deaf and her daughter engaged to a character, a big character, and Charlotte possibly having an affair with her lawyer, and having an affair with the auditor. It's a little crazy. It gets very crazy. Yeah.
It has a lot of those typical elements that are in those farces, old farces of a theatrical company that's dealing with backstage antics and personalities.
Yes, very much
and then having to bring, and then either hiding or not hiding all of that drama when they bring it to the stage, you know?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Buffalo, you said it's in Rochester. You said the show takes place in Rochester? Where does it take?
In Buffalo.
In Buffalo. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So this is like a stop on their touring schedule? Is that why they're there?
Yeah,
out-of-town tryouts? Excellent.
Yep. Exactly.
Tell me about some of the team that we have assembled. This is a pretty big cast, so I don't expect you to name everyone, but who's the director here? Who's leading the charge?
It's Jeremy Bolosky. Yep. Jeremy's our director. He's fabulous. He's been doing it for us as well as a couple other companies in the Central Mass area. He's a teacher in Worcester, so he teaches theater to kids in the junior high school, public high school. He's wonderful. He has great insight. His concepts are great. His character development methods are great. He does a lot of thinking and prep when he comes home to the table with how he wants to actually direct a show, which is really nice for us, especially with coming up with this set for this, because this set is very involved. There are several doors, and this is a very small stage. So to incorporate how to put where the doors go, that you definitely need, because they're coming in and out of the door to the outside.
It wouldn't be a farce without doors.
Without doors. I know, doors and windows.
Slamming doors.
Exactly. But he thinks a lot about that.
Spatially be aware and have context of people not just being in one area and how it works. He's so proficient at that. It's amazing to me because it's just done so flawlessly. To me, it seems effortless for him. Very effortless. It's like he just knows how it should work, and he's really good at, like Joanne said, building the set. Not only does he just say, "Oh, this is what I want," he's there with the hammer and a saw, helping do it. He's like a jack. He's fabulous. He's a jack of all trades, and he's really wonderful to work with.
Yeah, really. We have an amazing costumer.
Oh God, she's fabulous.
So helpful. She is so great. She can sew like Joanne.
She's a wizard with the sewing machines. That woman. Yeah, she's so creative, and she's an actor herself, so she understands what it should be as far as a presence on stage, and she's very aware of what looks good, what doesn't, what colors work well, how the lighting will act with it, and she's great. She's great at developing characters with her costuming too, so that helps a lot. I can't give her wigs and makeup. Oh yeah, you name it. She's fabulous.
Fantastic. So you've got me intrigued, and our audience is listening. They want to come too. So where can they find information about tickets, and when is this performance playing?
So the performances are March 22nd and 23rd and the 29th and the 30th. The Saturdays are in the evenings at 7:30 p.m. and the Sundays are at 2 p.m. And the best way to get tickets is to either go online to squareoneplayers.com or you can call at 508-669-7750 and reserve your ticket. And I will make sure you get in. They're like, yeah, you're good. You remember that number. I would never remember that number. Sorry. Good thing she does that part of it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
One other thing that I've been enjoying asking my guests recently is, what made you say that the arts are for me? Was there an experience in your childhood, or a show that you saw, or a movie, or a TV program, or a piece of music that made you say, man, I want to get involved in theater? Is there a formative moment for you that either you can think of?
I don't think there was one specific moment. I mean, I was involved in theater in utero. My mother was a community theater director. My father was the builder of the sets. But I wasn't really involved in theater until our son got into theater when he was in middle school. And I decided to help backstage. And it just kind of grew from there and kind of snowballed. So as he went through school, I was involved in more and more productions. And then I suddenly got involved in a community theater, and then here we are. Yeah, I don't I turn along. Yeah, I didn't really know how to. So it was more a friendship, a kindred spirit, where it was like, hey, I could use some help. Are you free? I don't have people to collect tickets. And I'm like, all right, let me throw some clothes on, and I'll be there. Yeah. It just started from there. I think it was our friendship that drew me in, and I can't say it was one instance because our friendship has just been a strong bond from the get-go. But for me, it was that, and then like enjoying it and meeting the people. And the more you're involved, the more you want to be involved. So I think with me, having such a great person as a friend, but then a person to be with in a working capacity, it was just a bonus. So for me, that's kind of how I was pulled in that. I don't me, like it or not. Yeah, ride or die. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things.
I love it, and I just love hearing about what a community you've created. You're keeping the community in community theater, and I was telling you off the air earlier about my background in professional theater, and that was a time in my life. But now I'm in a different point, and I'm doing the community theater thing, and I love it so much. It's how I started from the beginning, and the friendships I had when I started in high school are people I'm still in touch with today. So it's really great to make friends at a different age and a different stage in your life, when it's hard to create friendships in real life and connect with people and have a good time. And there are so many opportunities, like you're saying, not just on the stage, but behind the scenes as well. And everyone gets their applause at the end of the production. The actors always will gesture out to the house, and they are gesturing not just to the lighting or sound designer, but to everyone who made that performance possible. It's incredible.
Right. It is. It's nice. It's really nice. It is. We agree.
Amazing.
We love it. We love every step of it. I think as trying and turbulent as it can be, it's really endearing. It's become really, it's almost like therapy, I hate to say, but it's like, it's an outlet. It's where you can go and you forget anything that's kind of been dragging you down for the day. I mean, I know I come from work and I'm like, oh, it was one of those days. But I get there and I laugh and I have fun. And it's like, it's just so life-changing in some respects, because it helps you just kind of deal with a lot of bad stuff that you have to deal with, all the aggravating stuff you have to deal with. It's nice. It's really nice. It's a reprieve. It's nice.
And with all of the artists I talk with, art is such a way to express yourself and to release those emotions from today. And, we're finally getting out of the bleak New England winter.
Yes.
But I think if you're an artist, and that's the time, if any, that you should find something to do to take up your evenings. Otherwise, speaking for me personally, I go home and put on the TV, and that's it. I am done for the day.
I'm out. Yeah, that's it.
I'm out, So to have somewhere to go and to be with friends and to be creative. What an awesome outlet.
Exactly. It is. It is. You know, it is. It really is. It really is. It's fun.
Any closing words on Square One Players and the upcoming production of Moon Over Buffalo before we close out for the day?
Come have some fun with us. Yeah, it is a fun show, and all of our actors are fabulous. Yeah, we have a great, talented cast. They're a bundle of laughs. It's a fun show. We love the more people that can get and respond and encourage community theater to come, because we feel that this is such a creative outlet for so many people who haven't had a formal theater experience. We like the idea of giving opportunity and for people to enjoy it. We really hope people will come.
Amazing. Tara and Joanne, thank you so much for joining me on Arts for the Masses.
Thank you so much for having us.
My pleasure. Well, that brings us to the end of another episode. Thank you for tuning in. I loved having Tara and Joanne here on the show. Please check out Square One Players. Even if you can't make it to this upcoming production of Moon Over Buffalo, I'm sure they'll have something big coming up next, and it'll probably be a musical. I'm Ryan Malyar, and thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.